Okay guys, Blizzards here, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing okay since the last time I saw you. It's been a while, but today we are going to be covering our final predictions for the Oscars 2021 nominations. Okay, so the way we're going to be displaying my predictions is through Gold Derby. It's a prediction website if anybody's interested in making their own predictions. So instead of me just calling out my predictions, I'll go through them on this. So first off, we have Trial of the Chicago 7. We have Nomadland, Mank, Minari, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, News of the World, The Father, One Night in Miami, Promising Young Woman, Judas and the Black Messiah. Now, most of my predictions are from the top 9 of Gold Derbies, but I threw in News of the World. I had the Five Bloods in this for a long time, a very long time, and I swapped it out recently for Judas and the Black Messiah because I think Judas and the Black Messiah is getting received a lot better with the public than the Five Bloods. The reason I threw in News of the World is because it's getting a few nominations here and there, but to be honest, this is a tricky one. Sound and Metal as well, you know, that was on my list at one stage, and it's just this year it's actually difficult to pick. You know, at the end of the day you can only choose 10. So moving on. Okay, for Best Director we literally just have the top 5 here. Reason being, it's not just because I'm choosing their top 5. Looking at other award ceremonies, Chloe Zhao is doing really well. It's looking like an Oscar for her this year. Aaron Sorkin, actually to be honest, Aaron Sorkin isn't getting as much director nominees as he should be. Lee Isaac Chung is getting up there in the game. David Fincher, I think the Academy just like David Fincher, so I feel they'll give him a director nominee. And this was a tough one because I was stuck between Regina King, Emerald Fennell, and Spike Lee. To be honest, that might change the night before the nominees come out. I might actually do a little swap there if I feel Regina King. So yeah, look, it could change, but that's it for now. That's how it stands. So Best Actress, honestly, for me, Best Actress this year is the toughest. It's one of the toughest it's ever been. The BAFTAs, I'm not even going to talk about the BAFTA nominees. The BAFTA nominees went on their own tangent. There's these new rules, and yeah, it's different, you know. It's different, but there's just a lot of different nominees, and it kind of throws you off when it comes to nominating the Oscars. So I don't want to be taking in the BAFTAs into consideration for the Oscars, if you get what I mean. But look, we have Viola Davis, Frances McDormand, Vanessa Kirby, Carey Mulligan, and Andra Day, right? To be honest, I don't see anybody else making into that top 5. Maybe Sophia Loren or Zendaya. I doubt Rosamund Pike or Michelle Pfeiffer, but you never know. You never know. So that's my top 5 at the moment, and that's how it's going to stand. Now, Best Actor, we have Chadwick Boseman. I think it's guaranteed that Chadwick is going to win the Oscar. He's just sweeping most of the awards lately. Other than Chadwick, Gary Oldman, Anthony Hopkins, Riz Ahmed, and Tahar Rahim. Now, this is an interesting one because I put in Tahar Rahim because he got nominated for a Golden Globe and a BAFTA. And Gary Oldman didn't get nominated for a BAFTA, you know, which is kind of strange to me. Anthony Hopkins did. And I know I said I'm not taking BAFTAs into account, but I think Tahar actually has a good chance, and I haven't seen Stephen Yeun or Delroy Lindo in a while pop up anywhere. So I just said, look, we put in Tahar Rahim, we'll go in for that chance. Okay, Best Supporting Actress. Like that, Best Supporting Actress, Best Actress, they are tough ones for me. Golden Globes, we saw Jodie Foster win. I didn't put her in my top 5 because I just didn't think she would get nominated for an Oscar. Glenn Close, Maria Bakalova, Yo Jong-yoon. I loved her in Minari, and I even said from the beginning, I could have even involved her in my very first prediction video for the Oscars. So I brought her back. Then we have Olivia Coleman and Amanda Seyfried. Now you do have the possibility of Jodie, Ellen, and Helena getting in there, but it's tough, man. It's tough. This one is definitely tough. And Dominique as well. You know, Dominique could get in there. It's hard one to call. A very hard one to call. Now, for Best Supporting Actor, my predictions are Sacha Baron Cohen, which by far he was the best actor in Trial of Chicago 7. Second place would be either Eddie Redmayne or Mark Rylance for me. Then you have Leslie Odom Jr., we have Daniel Kaluuya, Paul Raci, and Alan Kim. I think the wild card here is Alan Kim. I think it's a bit of a risk putting him in, but like that, I really enjoyed him in Minari. He's a good actor, and you know, the Academy don't really recognize young actors as much, so it'd be nice if he got nominated. Unless Chadwick gets a supporting nomination as well, who knows? But I think I'm happy with my predictions. Now we have adapted screenplay. My predictions are Nomadland, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, One Night in Miami, The Father, News of the World. Now I think this is a pretty straightforward category for me. The top 5 seem pretty solid, you know, no surprises there. But Borat could sneak its way in. I don't see that happening, but you never know. It could take News of the World spot. It'd be interesting if it did. But yeah, I'm going to keep it like that. Now going on to original screenplay. My predictions are Trial of the Chicago 7, Mank, Promising Young Woman, Minari, and Soul. Okay, like the adapted screenplay, it's pretty strong, but this one is tougher to choose. This one is tougher because you have Judas, you have The Five Bloods, Sound of Metal up there that I didn't pick. You've Never, Rarely, Sometimes, Always. I don't know. Let me know down in the comment section if you agree with the original screenplay. I feel Aaron Sorkin is a definite. Aaron Sorkin, Promising Young Woman, and maybe Minari, but Mank. I would be surprised if they didn't nominate Mank for screenplay. I'd be surprised if they didn't. Sound of Metal was an amazing screenplay, but I just felt that sometimes the Academy pick animations. That's why I put in Soul. But you know, this one is tough. This one is tough. To be honest, this could be the second category I do like a last minute change. I might put in Judas and the Black Messiah, or I might put in Sound of Metal instead of Soul. But I might do that like literally last minute. I'm still very undecisive about this one. But as it stands, these are my top 5. Cinematography, one of my favorite categories. Nomadland was my favorite. Actually, it probably still is my favorite. Mank. So we have Nomadland, Mank, The Five Bloods, News of the World, Judas and the Black Messiah. Everything about Nomadland's cinematography was outstanding. So I'd be surprised if they didn't win cinematography. 100% Nomadland would be my favorite for cinematography. Mank had beautiful cinematography as well. So those top 2 there would be my front runners. News of the World. They have News of the World. I put News of the World fourth. Yeah, like that. It was good. It stood out to me as well. The Five Bloods I put in, and Judas and the Black Messiah. Now, some of you might get a bit triggered here that I'm not putting in Tenet. Reason being I'm not putting in Tenet is mainly because I feel the Academy are going to ignore it. I don't think they're going to include it in much. Like you might get visual effects, maybe production design for Tenet, sound. But cinematography, I'd say they go for other films. Like even Minari, you know, has a chance. But I'm just going to stick to the top 5 here that I have for now. Yeah, I probably won't change it. I feel Tenet won't get in for cinematography. Costume design, we have Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, we have Mank, we have Emma, News of the World, and Ammonite. Now, I picked Ammonite because, when the BAFTAs nominated Ammonite, I was kind of happy because I assumed Ammonite was going to sweep the awards season when the trailer first came out for it. And watching the trailer, I never watched the film now, but watching the trailer, it's just set in that era, and the costume design just seems really authentic and traditional. It looks amazing. So I feel that they might actually slip in Ammonite. Who knows? And I think I had Mulan in there before Ammonite, so maybe that was a bold move. But sometimes you have to take a risk. But I think the other 4 are pretty solid. Mank, Emma, News of the World. So I just threw in Ammonite. Best editing. Trial of the Chicago 7 had great editing. It was really good. Nomadland wasn't far off it. So it wouldn't surprise me if Nomadland takes it as well with the editing. Mank, I think editing category is very strong this year. Very strong. I couldn't even pick you a winner for editing, if I'm being honest. Sound of Metal. Yeah, I know it feels like I'm dissing Sound of Metal, but I really like Sound of Metal. I just think News of the World, is just going to take that edge over Sound of Metal. I've been considering all of these films. I've been considering Promising Young Woman, Tenet, Judas, Minari, The Five Bloods, and they're all pretty close together. It's hard to choose with editing, and I think editing is a very big category. Makeup and hairstyling. Now, Hillbilly Elegy I have, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Mank, Emma, and Pinocchio. Hillbilly Elegy I have number 1 because I found the makeup and hairstyling done to Glenn Close and Amy Adams was just fantastic. Like really, really well. Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, they done a great job on Viola Davis. So I'd love if Hillbilly Elegy took the win on best makeup and hairstyling. That film got so much hate. It got so much hate. And I actually really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed Hillbilly Elegy. Now, I took out Birds of Prey. I had Birds of Prey in there for a while, and I swapped it for Pinocchio. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just having such a hard time picking nominations this year, or predictions for nominations. It's definitely driving me crazy. But look, as it stands, Pinocchio, even Jingle Jangle even has a chance here. But yeah, maybe that's a bad move, taking out Birds of Prey, but I don't know. Production design. Okay, so we have Mank, Tenet. I put Tenet in for production design. I'm not expecting a round of applause or anything, but Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, News of the World, Mulan. Now, I thought the production design in Tenet was fantastic. Really, really good. Even the cinematography and editing in Tenet was good, but there's just so many other films out there that it's hard to compete with. But for production design, Mank, brought back that 1940s, 1930s look. Production design in Mank was spot on. Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, the production design was good, but I talked about this after to a few people, and people might criticize, but Ma Rainey's was just set in the recording studio and the basement. Now, I know it was a play, and they were kind of limited to location because they wanted to stay true to the play. I totally understand that, but for production design, I don't know. I feel like they're going to nominate it. That's why I have it in there, but I don't know if I agree with it. Like News of the World, great. Mulan, Tenet, but that's my top 5. Score, my favorite category from the Oscars. Now I have Mank, Soul, Minari, Midnight Sky, News of the World. Trent Reznor, Atticus Ross have 2 nominations, one for Mank, one for Soul. Soul is sweeping best score everywhere. A lot of people love Soul. It is a great score. Love the score, and I love the Mank score. That's why I have Mank number 1. I find the Mank score a lot more relaxing to listen to. But Soul, you have jazz, you know. So I'm up in the air. I'd be okay with either of these 2 winning. Minari, I'd even be okay with winning. Minari has a great score too. If there were one, I'd swap out for Tenet. And I know you're probably looking down here. I don't have Tenet. And Ludwig Göransson's score was the best score I've heard in a long time. But you know, I'm thinking these aren't personal predictions in a way. They're trying to get into the head of the Oscars and the Oscar voters, and you know, so I'm really kind of picking my predictions strategically. You know, because if I'd done my predictions personally, I wouldn't do well. You know, I wouldn't get a lot right if I'd done it personally. So Tenet is out there. I just don't feel the Academy will recognize it, and it's a shame. It's a shame. But if it was me, if it was fully my opinion, I would put Tenet up there, 100%. Okay, so best song, we have Speak Now, One Night in Miami, Scene from The Life Ahead, Fight for You, Judas and the Black Messiah, Hear My Voice, Trial of the Chicago 7, and Husavik from Eurovision Song Contest. You know, I say people are looking at this and, you know, Husavik, but I just feel like, you know, it was actually a great song. Good movie as well. A lot of people might disagree with me there, but I enjoyed the film. I enjoyed the song. I put it in there. I was even going to put in Wuhan Flu and Rain Song. And it's just, I feel that you know, I think the political songs do a lot better with the Oscars, and they kind of recognize the political ones more. So that's why I have the political ones in here. And then just threw in a random fun one. Husavik from Eurovision Song Contest. Best sound. Okay, Tenet is a no-brainer. Sound of Metal is another no-brainer. Then we have Maureen's Black Bottom, Mank, and Soul. Okay, so visual effects, Tenet again, Midnight Sky, Mank, Mulan, and I went for the one and only Ivan. One and only Ivan. I took out Birds of Prey. I had Birds of Prey in there for a while, but I took it out. No, I'm giving one and only Ivan a chance of redeeming and getting a visual effects nomination. So, to be honest, nothing really much to say here. Tenet, just the visual effects in Tenet was amazing, and if Tenet don't win visual effects, then there's something seriously wrong. Animated feature, and this is the last one actually we're doing. So last category, we have Soul, Onward, Wolf Walkers, Over the Moon, The Croods, and New Age. Soul, I think it's just a no-brainer that Soul will win. But on the off chance, which would be great if this happened, Wolf Walkers, you know, an Irish animation from Cartoon Saloon. It'd be great if they won, if they actually beat out Pixar. It'd be amazing. It'd be a big surprise if they did, but it'd be a good surprise. It'd be a good surprise. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. You know, it was a different way of doing my predictions, but hopefully you were able to follow along and understand. But for anybody who wants to actually have fun and make their own predictions, you know, create an account on Gold Derby and work away. You can create your own predictions and share them down below in the comment section, whatever you want to do. But I'm going to leave it there. I've been Blizzards, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace out.